Hey guys, Calvin Nation here today with a brand new video for you guys. Today's video is going to be a review on my zero tolerance model 350. I got this knife way back in June of this year and always intended to make a review for it, but obviously I've put it off until now. Way back when I got it, I made a preview for that review, which again I wanted to make shortly after, but never got around to it, and until now, like 5 months later, I finally get this review out for you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoy and tell me what you think. So as we see here, this 350 is a very nice knife. Pretty big knife, but is actually a smaller, more slimmed down version of one of Zero Tolerance's older knives, the model 300. This again is the 350. And it was kind of a customer request from Zero Tolerance's customers and a response from Zero Tolerance to those who wanted to see a slimmed down version of the 300. And this knife is just a beast. It's got that beautiful recurve there and just does not disappoint. And you know, besides the size difference, which is to be exact 10% smaller than the 300, but taking that out of the picture for a second, there's not really a whole lot of features different on this. The only thing we see that's really different is its frame lock, or its liner lock on this, frame lock on the 300, as well as G10 handles on the 350. I'm not sure what the 300 handles were. You know, they were different. That's all I can say. But closer look on some of these features. We have beautiful S30V steel with a tungsten DLC coating. The DLC in the tungsten DLC coating stands for diamond-like carbon. This actually increases the durability on the steel, as well as it reduces friction drag, which is pretty cool. So it actually adds to it instead of just the black. It actually you know, makes it even more practical and better functioning. It's a non-reflective coating, which is absolutely awesome. You can probably tell there it's not blindly shining into the lens. It has textured G10 handles. Get a little closer look on that. Just that classic checkered texture. We have liner locks, like I said. As you can see there, they're pretty thick liners. As you can see there, they're both the same thickness. Sometimes you see a little bit thinner of a liner on the non-locking side. We can see there that the liner goes in just over halfway through the blade. So you got a very secure lock up there. We have jimping on the very back side or bottom side of the handles for reverse grip, G10 spacer, as well as jimping on the front side of the handles there for a normal grip. Also jimping on the tang end of the blade as well. We have a nice pocket clip, which is available in all 4 carries, tip up, tip down, left and right handed. We got those initials on there, ZT. It's a little bit scratched up. Obviously you're going to get some scratches on there since it's waist height and it's the only thing protruding out of the pocket. So very nice design here. Very securely designed and made. We have ambidextrous thumb studs here for lefters and righters. One thing about that is, for the lefties out there, we do have a smaller gap between the handles. You can see there on the right side, it is already a pretty small gap between the thumb stud and the handles. But if we have a look on the left side here, we can tell that it's right up against the handles. So, you know, it's going to be a little bit harder for you guys, but again, this knife is assisted, so you don't have to put too much effort into opening it, since that spring will do most of the work for you. I am a right-hander, and let's see if we can get this open with my left. And yep, very easy. And going on to the point of assist, we have that blade protrusion there for a very easy opening. I'll just do a little demonstration here. Very easy, nice and fast. Can get into that cutting grip very easy. if you're like me, you're kind of more of a fan of the classic thumb stud opening, and you know, there's just something to be said about the thumb stud opening, just something, you know, nice about the way it feels. Let's see. Oh, and just to show you, just to demonstrate the actual power of the assisted opening, if I just grab the blade here manually and just kind of inch it out, we can see here at just about around here, the blade will open itself with a surprising force. So we'll just open that a little, and you see there, it opened, and it's fully locked, which is amazing. So the lockup on this knife is extremely well made, and it's got that speed safe locking mechanism here, and you know, you don't have to worry about that lockup. Again, with this blade protrusion as well, you got the very easy opening with that awesome lockup. You know, you got huge gloves on, you're still gonna get this open, and that's just awesome. That could be, you know, a lifesaver in certain positions, but you know, obviously that's a pretty drastic situation, but you know, someday, you know, that could come down to that, and you know, it's just a nice thing to have. Other than that, not too much to say. Again, we have that nice recurve on there. I was going to get the Emerson Commander, which also has a recurve. That could be something to compare it to. But this has just a vicious cutting ability. And, you know, a guy on YouTube here, you guys probably know him, NYC Dave 212. I think, in my opinion, best knife reviewer out there. But he put it really well, and how the recurve works. He used a piece of styrofoam and just cut through it, showing how it pierces and how it works. And it's a vicious cutter, that recurve you got there. It's a pretty substantial belly on that, and you know, you can't take this thing lightly. This thing is gonna cut. Speaking of NYC Dave, I wish he really would come back. I haven't seen him make some videos for a good couple months now, and you know, just on a side note, love to see him make some more videos. We got those little, we got this info here, S30V, serial number, speed safe, trademark, and all that stuff. Very nice. Taking a look at the, let's see if we can get this to focus, at the spine of the blade. See the nice curvature. Has a small little swedge here, not even close to sharp. So it does dip in a little in the middle, comes back out for the end, and back in towards the tip. No complaints about this knife besides the spine of the blade. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer and have a look here. I don't know if you guys, maybe if you guys have a 350 out there, if you're watching, you can help me out on this one. But if we look here, and I'm going to try to get a bit better lighting here for a second. I'm going to put this down. Hold on. Okay, let's see if this is better. If we look here on the spine of the blade, right at the very bottom end, we can see where the grind changes angles here, from here, the jimping down to this curvature in the spine. And if we look here on the very bottom, you can probably tell, or at least I hope you can tell, that the where it starts to change its angle, it's actually not square to the rest of the blade. You can see the jimping here is square, it goes straight across, and then when you get up to this little angle change, it actually goes up on an angle this way. And that's one small little thing, small little complaint about this knife that I had, but it's so minuscule. It doesn't take away from the knife's performance whatsoever. Just a small aesthetic change, or aesthetic complaint I had. But I don't know. Again, if you guys have, if you have this knife, you can confirm if you have this problem as well. I'm not totally sure if these are machine grinded, or if this has to do with anyone hand grinding it. I'm guessing you're not going to find this on every 350, unless it is something like they actually intended to do, which I'm sure they didn't. But, you know, only complaint about this entire knife, and very, very small at that. So, like I said, this knife's very sharp. Again, you have that S30V steel, which is amazing. But I'll give you a little demonstration here on the sharpness. So as you can tell, oops, extremely sharp. So no worries there. This came extremely sharp out of the box. I have not actually yet sharpened it, but you know, I haven't even used it a whole lot. But again, with that recurve, you have an extremely vicious cutter, and you know, something not to take lightly. Okay, so I guess that's about it for the actual knife. I'm going to put this aside for a sec, just have a quick look at the box. This is what you're going to get if you purchase this knife and every other zero tolerance knife. It's a good box. Always like to have a nice box, like I say in all my reviews. Part of the whole experience is the box, I find, if you're a collector of knives, and you know, nothing to disappoint. Nice little way to open it here. Not super traditional in the way you get boxes these days, and comes with some nice bubble wrap in there, which I kept. Always like to keep that bubble wrap. So guys, that's about it. Box, knife, extremely awesome purchase, and I recommend it to anyone out there looking for a nice tactical folder. So guys, you know, tell me what you think. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and stay tuned for some more reviews and some more bali-song tutorials in the future. Alright guys, again, thanks for watching. Take care. Till next time. Bye-bye.